Hey, what's going on, guys? So we see a little bit of a different background here. I am visiting family, so if there's some background noise, there's some coughing, or you hear people walking around or farting, whatever, I'm not alone. I'm actually up here not only visiting family, but also doing a bunch of testing. And I got some Olight stuff that I'm testing out as well. So they're doing another sale, surprise, surprise, and there's some really cool stuff here. So actually, after I'm done showing this to you, we're gonna head outside and get a look at it, because I talk about these lights all the time. You know, the i5T, or excuse me, the i5R in this case, the i3T. There's some limited edition versions here that are super cool, something a little bit different. They changed up the designs. But even though they're super common, you know, flashlights, some of you guys or gals out there maybe never saw the beam shots of them. Very simple EDC, you know, rechargeable AA in the case of the i5R. The i3T is a AAA. So they're not gonna like blow your socks off with, you know, their amazing light capabilities, but they're totally capable. So again, when we're done here, we'll head outside and take a look at that. But if you notice this nice little bundle here, I am a huge fan of the exploit pouch. Well, no, I shouldn't say pouch. This is more of a pouch. That, you know, roll. I guess you call it a tool roll. Super cool. They have a mini now. All right, sorry for the shadow here. By the way, sorry if my nails are dirty. I spent, no joke, like 6 hours with my father changing out his headlights on his Tacoma. He got some blackout taillights here and he installed. He put a tonneau cover on there. What else did he do? I forget, a couple other things. And he was waiting for me to help with the headlights. It seemed like it was good. I know it's totally unrelated, but it seemed like it was gonna be really straightforward, but man, what a pain. The hard to reach little bolts, the like third bolt for the headlights is like, you gotta peel the, you know, wheel well, the liner back and get in there and you can't see anything. Actually, my wife saved the day. She came out with her petite arms and hands and was able to get to where we needed to be. So she's a trooper. But anyway, so long story short, I'm tired, I'm dirty, but I'm still kicking. It is now midnight, exactly as I'm filming this. But we're gonna head outside in a second and check this stuff out. So this, again, is their mini case. I love this thing. I actually might get a few of these. So we have a little pull tab, I guess you'd call it. So we have the elastic here, and there's a little hook. So this is an interesting, you know, setup here. So once you do the roll, you just put that on the top there, and that's gonna obviously retain that, so it's not gonna fall open. All right, so once we unroll it, there's a button snap on either side. So we undo the snaps, and you can see we have a beautiful little tool roll. Now this is super soft stuff. It does come with a little patch here, which is nice. So the front here, obviously you can load with all your patches. That's kind of cool. So if you have a little Olight patch collection, you can obviously, you know, show that off within your roll here. So we have 2, 4, 6 spots for storage. And obviously I have a couple of the newer things in here right now. So one of them that is probably the most exciting to me, because I'm such a fan and collector of the i3Ts. They have the i3T in titanium, and I think these are called the verticals. So they have these cutouts, these striations, so on the back and the body. So it's a different, you know, pattern, different design. Same technology, same awesome light, same simple low and high. All right, again, we're gonna get outside in a second and see that, but totally different look to it. I think that's super cool, and they did it with the i5R. And this happens to be, here's a charging cable for that. This happens to be a very interesting super lime green color. So yeah, pretty cool. I've been watching all the Tacoma stuff since I had the, you guys know I'm obsessed with it. In fact, some of you guys are already annoyed since I've been making so many videos on it. But it's all new and exciting to me. Anyway, long story short, I watch all the Tacoma people. And Rob Motive, if you ever search anything Tacoma, you're gonna find one of his videos. He happens to have a lime green Tacoma. And so that immediately reminded me of him. So this is a light that he should probably have in his truck. Anyway, same deal, i5R, low and high, but with this cool new vertical pattern. Really interesting. Then hiding in here, if you, this is gonna be the free gift for this sale. All right, this is the Olight i3E. This is the very simple, just turn it on, shut it off. All right, one mode, which is quite bright for its size. But this is the free gift if you just log in. So if you happen to have a, you know, Olight account, if you log in for the sale, you'll get one of these. And this has an interesting pattern. Let me zoom in. Sorry I have this harsh shadow because I have overhead lighting. But so not only do we have the little, you know, cutouts, the stripes in there, but the actual pattern itself are these like little plus signs. So it almost gives it like a texture look, but really simple model. Awesome little keychain light. These make great gifts as well. All right, and then, of course, we have the knife. And this knife blew me away. It might be my favorite O knife so far. And actually hidden here somewhere, right here, I knew it was in there, is a challenge coin that came with it. We'll look at that first. And this one was very cool to me because I'm a huge fan of sharks. This happens to have a little shark on it. All right, so we have the Freeze 3. Let me zoom in for you. Check that out. That is a cool pattern with that shark. It almost looks like the shark from, it's like smiling from Nemo, right? Or Finding Nemo or Dory, one of those movies. But yeah, check this out. So we have a Damascus pattern, and it is, of course. You want to hear something funny? You hear that clock, because it's a clock going off, not the doorbell. That is the clock that used to go off in my videos when I first started on YouTube. It is literally the same as that clock. It's now exactly midnight. I thought it was midnight, but I guess it was 5 of. 3, 4, 5. It's gonna go all the way to 12 because it's midnight. Yeah, that's, man, that's old school. That used to go off in all my videos when I first started on YouTube. That's an old clock. Yeah, now I gotta wait for it. Holy moly. Okay. Wow. All right, so back to this knife. We have the large cleaver style. All right, there's a limited edition. I want to say there's like only 3,000 of these. This have the green scales on it and Damascus pattern. This lighting sucks. There we go. I'll zoom in on that. Sorry, we're in the corner here, but you can see the Damascus pattern on there. And what's interesting is there's like a fuller that goes all the way to the end, and it creates a little notch. And what's really nice, if you don't know, some of the old-timer, slip joints, you know, after the wars, a lot of people were amputees. They had one arm, you know, one leg, a lot of problems like that. And people would carry around these pocket knives that had a cleaver-style blade and a notch in it. And the whole point of that was that you had one arm and it was hard to open your knife with 2 hands. Obviously, we didn't have flippers and stuff, right? So you would catch that little notch on your pocket, and that's how you would open your knife. So just, it is actually functional for that. I don't know if it was designed that way, probably not, but just a little tidbit there. So nice and shiny. I actually, like when cleaver knives really gained some popularity, I didn't really care that much in the beginning. I said, oh, okay, whatever. It was like a huge fad. Everyone wanted massive, huge cleavers, and they've really grown on me. There was the Gerber, I can't remember what it is. I'm sure you guys remind me, but that became super popular. It was like a budget cleaver knife, and the one I had sucked, and then they came out with like a second version, which was much better. But long story short, pretty sweet knife here. All right, and of course that's going to be on sale, and I want to say that these are like 70 bucks, some in and around there. But yeah, that is the Seeker 3, and again, that challenge coin is super cool. So yeah, let's head outside. Let's check out all 3 of these lights. So if you haven't seen these beam shots before, you'll see it in a minute. We are now outside. So I'm standing in front of the garage here. So it's a nice, large, flat surface. I actually do a lot of testing against the garage. So, you know, when I'm doing light testing, it's nice to see the beam shots in the same spots over and over and over again. So I have a quick reference as to, yeah, that looks great, or hey, that's got more spill than this, and so forth. Anyway, we're going to start with the i3E EOS. All right, turn that on. You can see that is quite bright for that tiny little blue flashlight. I'm probably maybe 7 feet from the garage. Let me actually back up. I think this is bright enough where I can show you this from, it's about 15 feet or so. Hold on, let me actually, there we go, make sure I'm totally zoomed out. Yeah, that is a man-sized circle. You know, obviously you could see the top of the garage there, and you can hear my family dog barking because he sees me outside, and he's like, what the hell's going on out there? Good guard dog. Anyway, so yeah, that's that if you've never seen it before. So let me switch over and let's check out the titanium, not that that matters, but the little i3T EOS. All right, so first we have low. All right, and there's high. So again, about 15 feet away from this garage, it goes all the way from the ground to the top. Actually, if I start from the bottom and work my way up. You can see the spill there. Let the camera focus. So you can see we have, whoop, come on, focus for me. Focus. Again, there's this kind of an egg pattern. Now in person, it's not as distinct. Looking through the viewfinder, it looks like we have a very distinct circle here and then kind of a faded circle around it like a donut. In person, it's not that, like it's a smoother transition. It doesn't look like two circles to me. It looks like a very bright hot spot and a very nice transitional like fade into that second circle. But anyway, that is the i3T. So now we're going to end up with the brightest of the bunch here, the i5R, that lime green. All right, so there's low and there is high. And that is lighting up the entire front of the garage, not only the door, but also, you know, the whole thing. I don't know if you guys can see, but all the way to the rooftop. So that is quite impressive for a tiny little rechargeable 14500, you know, a AA size battery. Obviously, what's cool about these is that you can throw in an alkaline, like a throwaway, you know, AA. You're not going to get the same performance, but it's very convenient. If you, let's say you're low on charge, you don't want to wait to charge, you can literally have as many, you know, AAs as backups as possible, you know, in an emergency type situation. So yeah, very cool. We'll fade left to right here. Oh, of course, the camera's out of focus. Kind of wants to focus, kind of not, but yeah, pretty cool. Let's see the, let's put the i5R to the right and do the i3T on the left. See those compared to each other. All right, both on high. Now on the viewfinder, it definitely looks closer as far as the output than in person. In person, the i5R definitely looks brighter, more spill, where the i3T is just slightly less. But on camera here, it kind of looks the same. All right, and lastly, let's compare the i3T on the right to the i3E on the left, which both in person and on the viewfinder you can see is just a little duller. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I actually have some other lights I'm going to be testing out here, so I gotta go because it's getting late. But I just want to say thank you very much to everyone. If you do get in on the sale, feel free to come back, post a comment, let everyone know what you got. The Olight sales are awesome. I mean, they always have really cool stuff, and again, me as a collector, I try to get, you know, all the different variants, as many as possible, of the i3T as well as the i5R. And now they have these vertical versions, so who knows how many more they'll come out in the future. But it's kind of nice, you know, they're always changing stuff up. So anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.